Here's an example of the reaction of two aqueous ion pairs, and the two pairs that we're going to be reacting are ammonium phosphate and lead-2 nitrate. So we're going to begin by writing the neutral ionic compounds that are put into water and dissolved to give us our aqueous ion pairs that we're going to be starting with. So we're starting with ammonium phosphate, so we have ammonium, which is NH4+, and we have phosphate, which is PO4 3-. These are two of the common polyatomic ions that you need to memorize. The other ion pair is going to be lead-2, which means it's Pb, and that's 2+, and nitrate, which is NO3, and it's a 1- ion. So we're going to cross our charges to make our aqueous ion pairs. So we will have NH4, and since it has to balance out phosphate, which is a 3-, we're going to have NH4 taken 3 times, PO4, and it's aqueous because that's what we're starting out with. We're going to be mixing this with lead-2 nitrate, so we have Pb, we're crossing our charges, Pb, and then we will have nitrate taken twice, and it's also aqueous. And then we're going to have our reaction. So I'm actually going to put the products down below. So we're going to be switching our cations. So I'm going to write the anion first, which is phosphate. And the new cation that's going to be associated with the phosphate is going to be our lead-2. So that's our Pb2+. And then our other new ion pair is going to be nitrate. And the nitrate will now be associated with the ammonium. So we have our lead-2 with our phosphate. In order to make our neutral compound, we're going to cross the charges. So we will have Pb3, PO4, and that's going to be taken twice. And our other ion pair will be NH4NO3, or ammonium nitrate. This would be called lead-2 phosphate. We need to go and balance this reaction now. If we look, we see that we have 3 ammoniums, so that we're going to need to end up with 3 ammoniums over here. I know this isn't going to end up as a 3, so I'm going to write it down below, and you'll see what happens next. So we see that we have 1 phosphate here, and we have 2 phosphates here. Okay, and so that means that we're going to need a 2 right here to make the phosphate balanced, which means we will ultimately end up with 6 ammoniums. So I'm going to get rid of that 3, and I'm going to put a 6 there. So we have 6 ammoniums, we have 2 phosphates, so the ammonium and the phosphate is now balanced. As far as the lead goes, there's 1 lead here, but there's 3 in the products, so we need to have a 3 in front there. So now our lead is balanced. And finally, when it comes to the nitrate, we have 3 lead-2 nitrates, which means we have a total of 6 nitrates. We also have 6 nitrates in the products, so we are all balanced now. Now we need to look in the solubility table to see what our resulting products are as far as solubility goes. Any ammonium ion pairs are soluble, and any nitrate ion pairs are soluble. So this will be aqueous. And most phosphates are not soluble, and most lead compounds are not soluble. So this will be a solid. So we will make a precipitate, and that precipitate will be lead-2 phosphate.